No, I'm not huge, but I'm a pretty big guy. Which means three things. I look hilarious using tiny mods. I look ridiculous on pocket rockets. And I've got a huge What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Thesis, aka Thesis himself, from Vaping with Thesis. That's right, God bless it. Now look, bitches, okay, some other truckers in the peep game, son. Today we've got the iJoy Avenger baby kit right here. It's a little adorable. Fuck the small talk. Let's go and get up close and personal with the iJoy Avenger baby kit. Bitch, it's okay, some other truckers in the peep game, son. Welcome to Up Close and Personal with your boy Thesis. Now today we have got the iJoy little baby Avenger. It's adorable, it's fucking cute. Now look, see these little lights? It's going with my voice. Why do we need that? Why? I know that a bunch of y'all are gonna be pissed off because it's cool, it's innovative, or so you think. There's nothing innovative about it. The voice control to me, we'll get into it in a sec, okay? I can't even think about it at the moment. First, let's just do the unboxing. Let's see what there is in the box. Bam. Exterior is as you see it. Warning, iJoy Avenger baby kit. You know what? Real quick, now that I'm thinking about it, huge kudos to iJoy for not putting that giant nicotine warning, because there is no nicotine in hardware, as we know. Therefore, they should not be a warning, and I'm sick of fucking seeing shit. Let me show you an example. Right here. On something like this, on this box, this giant this product contains nicotine, which is a highly addictive substance. This product does not contain nicotine. What the fuck are you talking about? It's just hardware. That's literally like there being glass pipes or bongs or a fucking blunt wrap that says, warning, this motherfucker contains THC. No, it doesn't. It just doesn't. It's just glass. Period, plain and simple. Okay, I did receive this from iJoy and I appreciate the hell out of it. Thank y'all Ninja Kitties over there at iJoy USA. So let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open. So first of all, we see a recycled box. What I mean by recycled is if you happen to see the Diamond VPC kit by iJoy review I just did, this is the identical box that came with it. Bam. You open this bad boy up and this is exactly how you receive it. Bam, skis right in there. Plus the tank sitting there right there. Of course, you got an extra glass. I do appreciate that. However, I do wish that you did get 2 bubble tanks, although that is going to cost a little bit extra money on their end. 2350 batteries are included with the box. That is something you don't see, and when you do, it gets me fucking excited. I like that shit. Thank y'all Ninja Kitties for including those bad boys. And of course, you do got yourself a decent quality USB cable. Again, y'all know me, I don't like short cables. I just don't. This is a solid 2.5 footer right here, and it's a thick gauge, something I'm not super worried about breaking or fucking, tearing apart, shit like that. Of course, we do have an extra coil. This one is a bit different. This one that I've got inside of here right now is the 0.18 ohm coil on this tank. Specifically, this one's a 0.15 ohm coil. With that being said, by the time you guys see the ending of this video, I will have gone through both of these just for testing purposes. Of course, we do have the cock rings that come with it, which is always a good thing for the tanks. And then we got 2 user manuals and your warranty card, or excuse me, 1 user manual and your warranty card. This goes through virtually everything, including the voice AI, all that shit, the PCB hot warning, this thing that I kept getting with this coil that's in there. The PCB temperature overheat protection is when the temperature of the device is too high. With these boxes, I fucking love these boxes. The boxes that this thing came in and the Diamond VPC kit came in, I saved these bitches for my coils and batteries and whatnot. I would suggest you do the same. It's a decent box. Let's get into the physicality of this device. Now, if you look at the red on the tank as opposed to the red on the mod, it is 2 different reds. Now, that doesn't bother me, but if you're someone who's a stickler on matching shit perfectly, that is gonna bother you. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a puff quick. Now, of course, when iJoy sent this out and I saw on the box that it had voice control capabilities, I was just a little bit annoyed. It reminds me of like the Cuboid when it had that MP3 jack, or the 1/8 inch phone jack for your headphones. You could throw MP3 players on that shit. There's things like that I believe our attention, money, our effort could be focused elsewhere. Voice control on a device seems super cool, but my problem with it is every time I've tried to use this, the voice control only works in a dead silent environment. Anytime I've been out and about, even in the car with the air conditioning on, it's a bitch and a half to use. Now, I will be completely honest with you, it's sort of cool when you're in a quiet environment, when I'm in the studio and I pause YouTube or I pause whatever I'm watching, then it's kind of a decent feature, but all in all, for me, it's been semi-useless. If they could get it to the point where it would be useful in a semi-loud environment, that'd be phenomenal. I would then enjoy that shit 100%. But with this being the first rendition, I think it's kind of cool. I mean, it's useful if you're always in a quiet environment, that's fine. With that being said though, I think the resources can be delegated elsewhere in my humble opinion. So let's go ahead and do a test real quick. Hi iJoy, 20 watts. Boom. Hi iJoy, 80 watts. click. In this environment, in the studio, it works flawlessly. That is something I fucking think is just super dope. Now, with that being said, it's kind of a party trick. Do I actually use it on a daily basis? No, I just don't. Usually when I want to adjust a coil, it's up and down by a couple of watts. 70 watts. I just kind of wanted to get my gripes with that out of the way. I think it's a cool feature. Do I think it's useful? Not really. I'm not going to be talking to my fucking mod on the sidewalk. I'm just not. I don't feel like it's a high-end mod or anything like that. It doesn't feel super nice. It's kind of plasticky. I do know a lot of people like this weird chrome / metallic paint. For me, it's not really my thing. Let's go ahead and see how easy it scratches. Bam. It does look stainless steel or some type of metal underneath. That's a couple of good layers. Fuck, that is paint. That's not even a wrap. That is beautiful. Wow, I think they fucking killed it. Holy shit, that is some deep paint. You know what? I was not expecting that. I haven't dropped this on concrete, but I was not expecting the paint to be that thick. I know it's difficult for you guys to see. Let me go ahead and get the loop real quick. Let me see this. Take a look at that scratch. The reason I like iJoy is this right here. Look at that scratch. Do you see how many layers of paint that's on there? That was done intentionally. That shit's gonna be pretty durable. I'm super impressed. Huge kudos to y'all, Ninja Kitties. Now, here's one of the downsides about the physicality of the mod itself. It feels perfect in the hand. It's nothing to do with the ergonomics. It's the button itself. Now, I always have a pocket knife, my phone, a mod, pod system, and sometimes even another full-blown mod in my pocket. That's literally what goes in my pockets. So I usually do not have a separate pocket for another device, or for this device in particular. Now, one of the problems I've noticed with this specific device is the size of the button. The button is clicky, it's very tactile. The problem is that it's long, it's like a lever. So even if you push it towards the bottom of the button, you still get a fire. In other words, when my keys are in my pocket, I'm walking around, I got my knife in my pocket, so on and so forth. 9 times out of 10, I'll walk and it'll push. Now, just to reiterate this is super subjective. If you don't have that much shit in your pockets, this mod is gonna end up by being perfect for you, especially ergonomics. Because when I'm pushing the button, I like that it's the entire side of the mod. It's almost one of those things where you don't actually have to find a button. You don't even need to have the feel of a button anywhere. You just squeeze the device in general and it's gonna fire. Woo, gorgeous. Let's cycle through the menu real quick. 1, 2, 3. You go ahead and hit the P right there. That's gonna hit you on the soft, hard, or norm. That's your power mode. 9 times out of 10, I've been hitting normal. The hard mode on this is solid. The soft mode on this is solid. The only thing that's doing is fluctuating the wattage. So if you have it set at 70 watts, it's actually gonna hit it at like 68 if you want a soft hit. So like that soft is just gonna bring the wattage down at the beginning and then bring it back up. 1, 2, 3. The pod mode is exactly how it sounds. You got generic pod, you got the Joule, all sorts of shit. That's basically like the Diamond VPC kit. Difference being is obviously this comes with a sub-ohm tank, whereas that comes with more of a reservoir pod system style. I wouldn't stick a tank like this on the Diamond VPC kit. So they both do have their own place. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and go into the light mode. Now this is the weird shit. This is activated by the microphone. The buttons down here light up according to the sound around it whilst the screen is on. Is that cool? Yes, if you're in a fucking raves. If not, it's literally just a battery drainer. That's all it is. It's just draining the battery on a non-stop basis. So personally, I keep that bitch off. It's just like any lights on any buttons on any mod, it's going to drain the battery. But when it's listening and using that microphone, it's going to constantly drain the battery. Get back into the T, that's of course your temp control mode, your nickel, titanium, stainless steel, etc. TCR is going to be your curve. And then of course you have your settings. That's your microphone if you want it on or off. I've been keeping it on just because I want to say hello iJoy, power mode. Let's talk about the 510 real quick. This is something I want to touch on. So the 510 on the Diamond VPC kit, the only gripe I had with it is it got a little bit crunchy towards the lower third. On this device, it's the opposite. It's only crunchy on the first few turns. It gets better, and then right about here towards the bottom, it gets a little bit crunchy. It's not something where I'm really worried about. It's just a matter of quality. Problem is, of course, is trying to get that price down and try to get that cost down in the actual manufacturing, so it doesn't hurt the end consumer. The problem is, come on, man, it costs what it costs. Let's just have buttery smooth 510s. I don't know why the fuck this past 2 mods from iJoy have been so crunchy. Yeah, right there. Huh. Don't like it. This tank stands proud by itself. The mod is dope as fuck, don't get me wrong. I like the size of the device. The batteries in and of itself coming with the device is always a good thing. I love that shit. The interior of the device feels okay. Again, it's not a high quality feeling device, but I mean, it feels decent enough. The battery door has never come open on me, which is always a good thing. It's one of those things. Is it gonna wear and tear over time? Of course it is, especially at this price. The tank is where the whole mod and the whole kit stand out. I would purchase this mod, or I would purchase this tank rather, by itself. There's a little bit of fluctuation in resistance that kind of pissed me off in the beginning. Right when I had put this bad boy on the mod, it started to fuck up. It would say it's shorted, it would say PCB heat, or the overheat protection, and then again I would get that same thing like an hour later. That type of shit pisses me off because it's a brand fucking new coil. Now I'm pretty sure that I had it torqued down just tight enough to where it shouldn't happen. Granted, there's always a small possibility that I didn't have it tight enough or I had it too tight, but I've been doing this a long time. I'm almost positive it was right where it was supposed to be. Turn the micrometer around. Let's go ahead. We're doing it in millimeters. Feeling worldly today. 23 millimeters by, with the drip tip on, 48 millimeters. Without the drip tip, 37 millimeters. And then of course, the largest part of the tank is going to be the glass. We're at 25 millimeters. So this bad boy fits on virtually anything. I mean, there's nothing you can't put this on where it at least doesn't look decent. Airflow is solid. Of course, it's not going to be an insane wide open airflow. This is kind of a more resisted airflow that's wide open. One issue I have with it is that it is noisy when it is completely open. Watch this. If you close it by a third, it's not bad. Let's take a listen. Nope, not bad at all. The flavor on it, again, is beautiful. One of my favorite parts is going to be the 510 drip tip it comes with. This thing is gorgeous. I do wish it was not that honeycomb look. Stop jocking Smog Tech. This is dope as tits as well. You pop this bitch off and you can clean the RDA. I like that shit. Super hygienic. Oh shit. You can clean the drip tip. Did I say RDA? 510 drip tip on here. And of course, we do have my favorite sub-ohm tank feature. This needs to be standard on all tanks. I do not like tanks that just slide off like this. This is a failure in this is a failure to communicate. Why would you have this? Why would this exist? Slide tanks like this pop the fuck open in my pocket on a constant basis. I hate that shit. So the fact that they did it where it's a one twist application or a one twist system, one twist it's off, one twist it's on. That is something I like 150%. Bitch, it's okay, smother truckers. Now with that being said, let's go and get back to regular view, son. Now my final summation is this. The iJoy Avenger baby kit is several things. It is amazing at how fucking small you can get these devices down to firing at 100 and some watt, 108 watts. The second thing that this is impressive in terms of what you're getting for your money. The third thing that it is, it's a bit of a novelty. At 0.15 ohms at say 70, 80, 90 watts, your battery life tends to drop the fuck off. It's like a cliff. It's just like anything else. The lower your resistance, the higher your watts. The higher your watts, the less the batteries are gonna last. Now there's a couple of caveats about that. The batteries themselves seem to be pretty decent. They're iJoy. I'm not sure who the proprietary company that's making them is. I might have to delve into that a little bit more. The voice control? What the fuck? Are you just adding shit just because you can? The light shit on the buttons on the bottom, the positive and negative buttons, the up and down buttons is fucking useless. Why would... I don't understand. Well, I guess if you're in a raves and you wanna have your fucking battery just draining non-stop with LEDs flashing on the bottom fucking buttons, be my guest. Be my guest. I just personally don't think it's necessary. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. It seems to be extremely reliable. I will say the mesh coils on here tend to fluctuate a little bit with the resistance. The diamond kit kind of fluctuates, but because it was loose. This one I just showed you guys on the up close part where it was fluctuating and it was getting shorted out. That happened a couple more times. It stopped after the first day of use, not a problem. But it kind of weirds me out that it happened at all. I don't have any other tanks that do that. And I think the last one that I did was the Carries green tank. I'll put the link in the description for that review. It was a terrible tank. Not saying this is a bad tank. I fucking love it. Now I just don't trust it as much though. I just don't trust it 100%. The problem with that is that it's a fucking great flavor tank. It tastes amazing. If you got a problem with the flavor in this tank, something's wrong with you, not the tank. The tank itself, the airflow, the coils, the longevity of the coils are solid. The 510 on it is solid, though I do feel knurlings. I thought we were past that stage in vaping. Yeah, mine's a little crunchy. I wish you guys could hear it, or I wish you guys could feel that. It's just a little more crunchy than I would prefer. Now, if you guys remember back, some of you will, some of you won't, I had so many mods like this where the button was the whole side of the mod, and this part right here, you could push the button by hitting the bottom. See how the top moves when you push even the bottom of it? So in your pocket, or in my pocket rather, this thing has gone off a couple of times because it would be pushed down here. Even though, obviously, the button's at the top. But it's being pushed down there like a lever. Little stuff like that bothers me, but at the same time, on a daily use, is it going to fuck with you? Maybe, maybe not. Me, I keep a bunch of shit in my pockets. I've got 2 mods on me at all times, so there's always something. It doesn't have its own pocket. My mod just doesn't. I've got my phone in one, I got 2 mods in the other. That's just how it works in a pocket knife. So you put all those together, this is getting hit in my pocket. It kind of annoys the fuck out of me. I know a lot of my Ninja Kitties who work construction, who work in the elevator business, who work at union jobs like that, electricians. You're going to have a lot of shit in your pockets. Granted, my boy Josh has these amazing fucking pants by Duluth Trading Company. I got to get my... It's 78 pockets. They're like EMS or EMT fucking pants. Are insane. Now, fuck the bullshit. Let's talk about just performance. Purely performance. As a kit, as a beautiful, solid unit, one fucking unit, the drip tip, phenomenal. Removable top cap, fucking part of the drip tip. You can either swap it out or you can wash it. I like that a lot. Super hygienic. I enjoy that. The fact that the 510, or the fact that the drip tip is a 510, kudos for y'all Ninja Kitties. You fucking touched a string in my heart. I love that shit. I love me a 510. I prefer a 510 over an 810 any day of the week. I'm just old school like that. The buttons on it are all extremely responsive. I dig it a lot. It reminds me of the Manto kit, except for fuck the Manto kit because they never sent out a replacement. They said they were going to send out a replacement. They never fucking sent out a replacement for my broken one. So, the fuck are you gonna do about that? Fuck the Manto kit. I loved that kit right up until they fucked me on that. So, that's my real feelings. iJoy, in my humble opinion, y'all are killing the shit. Keep doing what you're doing. The downside is I just don't like the paint because it just cheapens it up. That's just my personal preference, my personal opinion. Granted, you know, other people are going to love it. I don't like the fact that it's an Avenger mod. I don't like the fact that it's called the Avenger. I don't like the fact that the word baby's in the fucking title. I just don't. If you got a problem with it, you can suck a cock. The caveat to that, of course, is that I like iJoy. iJoy kills it with their products. The Saber is one of my favorite tube mods. Period. For a starter kit, it's one of the best. There's nothing else out there that beats it. The print stick, you can fucking shove that print stick up your gross ass. The fucking tank on that smock print it's garbage. Don't fucking say it's not, it's garbage. If you think the smock print stick is decent, it's because you haven't tried the Saber. It's that simple in my humble opinion. Whew, I gotta calm down, I'm getting sweaty. So on Thesis's patented finger compatibility scale, for the end user, meaning someone who's looking for an extreme compact, high wattage device, I'll say it's an 8. I'll say it's an 8. Only reason why I'm not going to be a little bit higher than that is because you have, in my opinion, an option that's just as good. Granted, it's not as small, but it's pretty fucking close, and that's going to be the VapTO Captain. The VapTO Captain, in my humble opinion, is a more well-rounded device, less accessories or less bullshit that you don't need, more stuff that you do, like bigger batteries, but it's a tiny device. Look at that. I can virtually cover the entire mod with my entire hand, with my hand. This is a tiny, absolutely 100%, and I love the fact that it's this small. I do. I just don't think it's a feasible option or a viable option if you're going to take, if it's going to be your one and only mod, only because of the battery life at the wattage that I'm rocking it at. That simple. Oh my God. Now, if you go into this knowing that you're not going to be vaping, chain vaping throughout the day, this might be a 10 mod for you. The tank, I fucking love the tank. I just do. I wish I didn't have that resistance fluctuation on the coils. Aside from that, the fucking tank alone, the tank alone is worth purchasing separately. I would purchase this tank separately again. The mod, I think I might keep this mod just to have it. I like the fact that it's this small, carried around at the dirt bike track and whatnot. Bitch, it's okay, mother truckers. That was my honest opinion. I hope y'all enjoyed that shit. If you did, hit me up on patreon.com/ThesisHimself. Hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, all at ThesisHimself. With that being said, don't forget to subscribe and comment below. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the 2350s versus the 18650s. Is this a viable all-day vape? Period. I want to hear your thoughts. I know a lot of you have a higher resistance builds on your RTAs and RDAs, especially the ones that have tighter airflow. William D. Rollinger, I'm thinking about you, bro. You guys might be able to get by with a 2350 size box. Personally, it's not a viable option for an all-day vape, though I do enjoy it. Bitch, it's okay, mother truckers. Now, with that being said, I want to tell y'all that I appreciate y'all for vaping with Thesis. It is your boy Thesis. I'm out.